All right. I might do a little reading on this. I don't want to really stay long on it, and I've read it before. Normally you're reading, you're just reading your mind because you have you're while you're reading or by speech or just doing it in your mind, you can actually gradually picture what's taking place in anime form. That's me when I'm reading a One Piece manga or any other manga. Even the ones that maybe hasn't gotten a anime yet, sometimes I can just visualize a video format of what's really taking place. Even if in the long run toy animation or which other animation is doing these chapters in the long run will do exactly as how I visualized it, right? So now we understand that um Garp as a vice admiral, and we have to understand this is that there are other admirals, not the three admirals, but you have like rear admirals, and those are the guys who are in direct contact with the five elders, the Gorosei, right? They know who they look like. They know how they look like. Cause remember, in the earlier One Piece episodes, like those times when Shanks sent a rock star to a message to Whitebeard about certain information that okay, I'm gonna come by one day and such, and we're gonna discuss the whole ace drama and so on, right? There was this marine who was kneeling and speaking to the five elders, and I'm guessing he's probably maybe a vice admiral level or maybe a commodore or something like even a rear admiral. So we know there are marines who are direct contact with the Gorosei and all of that, right? So when Garb says, "Oh, so that's Saint Saturn. I've never seen him before. I'd never seen that form before." Meaning that even though Garp has this Vice Admiral star as second one Admiral, he isn't in line with these guys, right? There's a part in this chapter where he was speaking to a rear admiral. He was holding him up like this, choking, and I say, "Hey, what are you talking about? Who is that?" And exactly. Now we understand that the marine structure, there's always a fleet admirals or the admirals and you know who are the other guys that come after vice admirals, rear admirals, and those guys, right? So we understand there's a power structure. We understand there are certain set of people who are in direct contact with the Gorosei, right? The admirals are in service to the Gorosei and the Celestial Dragons. Some of the vice admirals are in contact with the Gorosei. I don't know if Vice Admiral Momonga, um, the other guys, Garp, because this is clearly showing that Garp doesn't know who Saint Saturn is. For how many service he's been there? Well, he was young right here, and after a while he knows who they are and stuff like that. But this shows that in his earlier days as a young vice admiral, he doesn't know who Saint Saturn is, right? Now we see Emo in the farm taking over Saturn and killing both Marines and pirates. And then we see the pirates speaking, oh, so I thought this creature was with you guys. So okay, while it's killing you guys, we'll just take up our treasure and just go. Oh yeah. Like in certain game you're playing and maybe you're going by a team. So you have the guys who fight the boss and any of those items that fall off, you have somebody else who go and collect them and try to add them to his own thing and stuff like that. Yeah, sometimes if I'm playing in a team. If I'm not the one fighting the boss, the boss, I'm the one who is collecting the items. So there was adventure type games. Yeah, yeah, right. No, that's what we're witnessing here in this on this area of the page. Right now, you have certain Marines are saying, "Hey, stand back. You know, we need to clear the way and let Emo do his thing because we're not the ones he's attacking. We're just in his way, so he's gonna attack. So get out of the way and all of that, right?" Now we see some of Rogers' pirates were injured, are getting injured by because they're cannon fodder. So, you know, they're in the way of doing what they're doing and being attacked by Emo at the same time, right? So Roger said, "Hey, Gabon, I know you want to, hurt somebody, but just go over there and clear out those guys out of the way so we can deal with this and so on, right?" And we're seeing a flashback where Roger did exactly something like that to Gaban and Rayleigh, even though Rayleigh and Gaban could have taken on Odin without any help. But Roger was like, "Hey, come on, But in this situation, is totally shift because in the episode, Roger was all fun and games, and he was just laughing and said, "Hey, come on, guys! I know you guys can, but come on, let me have my fun. I'm the one dying here, so let me have my fun." But in this is clear. You can see the expression on Roger's face is like, "Hey, come on, we need to get these guys out of the way. I'll do what I can. So please, just no disrespect. You know." Now we see the part where Rox has met Emo again, because remember he promised him that the next time I see you, you're gonna die. You know, the last time I needed, I invaded you know, the Holy Land as they call it, right? And did my thing. There were no, for some reason, there were no holy knights, so I could just kill them and be done with them. There was this admiral. He got in my way, and I had to kill him off screen. I have to off screen him, right? Yeah. So I went in and I saw you, and I was like, "Dude, the next time I'm back, I'm bringing an army, and I'm gonna wipe you out and become the king of the world, right?" And it says, "Hey, if this isn't the Rat King came to kill me in person, huh?" Roxy saying that to to Emo, and Emo now use this Elizabethan English, this old type English speaking. Maybe the Queen's language. I never heard the Queen speak it spoken this way, but the Bible language, the Bible English, old Shakespearean type English where you use thou art this, thou shall, that type of language. So Emo said, "So thou art the one, Davy Jones." And Rox is like, "Bro, come on. What are we here for? We're gonna talk about people I don't know nothing about, or we're gonna just fight, right?" So yeah, and we know what happened from there, and Emo's babbling about, "Oh, this is Moo's world. I cannot have you as a threat while I'm trying to do what I'm doing in the secret with these people, Right. So we went on and we see, um, you know, there's a lot of things going on in the place. And we see, what's his name? Oh, yeah. We see Dragon was running away from the area to find a safe place to hide Baby Shanks, right? But what caught him off guard was he was moving, and for some reason his weapon, his gun, start to shake on his back, start like pull him away. This magneto type effect power start to be inactive. Then we see Captain John doing that that thing there, like what in X-Men 97 episode 1 where everybody thought Scott Summers was the leader when he said, "To me, my X-Men," right? And then it changed up in the last part when Magneto came in and said, everything in this book stated that everything that Charles Xavier did is now mine. To me, my X-Men. So the context have changed right there, right? So in this case, Captain John, right, did the same thing, right? And said, "To me, my treasure." To me, my X-Men. To me, my treasure with his magnetic power, his Captain Useless Kid type power. I guess it worked out well for him back in the days. Even though he was just some guy, he was just here for the treasure, nothing else, right? He was one of those crew members who weren't really loyal to Rox, but Rox was the one who could help him get him to where he wanted to go, you know? So yeah, and we saw one of his crewmates use what's this? Sky Snake Red Cannon. And I'm assuming that's either, well, I see him pitch something black. Please don't tell me it's just like that guy on and Crocodile's crew who had the booger explosion. Please don't tell me it's that. Please don't tell me it's that booger nonsense devil fruit. Right? If it's that, then you could have find a better devil fruit than that. Right? No, I'm not gonna go into all of this, but we see Garp getting so heated and wanted to attack Emo, and all of the pirates, I guess, included um the rear admiral, was trying to stop him from attacking Emo, and Saturn, and we see Kaido, we see the rest of the crew along with Garp and Roger did a did an attack on Emo, and what happened was the same attacks that we have seen in the anime. Only thing, everything I'm guessing everything went on at the same time. Like when Dory and Brogy did that Ikoku sovereignty attack, one hit KO type shit, and yeah, so I'm guessing, even though this is just one page panel stating that, showing that everybody's using their attack at the same time, right? And Whitebeard with their name attack. Whitebeard, I didn't, I saw you use your devil fruit, but there was no name attached to it. But for some reason, shattering void, you call it. Well, I hope maybe this was the same attack he used on his first meetup with Odin. That peak fight. So we see Kaido use his blast breath. Obviously, it's the same attack he used on the Straw Hats. We see Roger uses the Divine Departure attack. So everything is all hockey, right? Devil Fruit hockey, sword fighting hockey. You know, we see Garp using Galaxy Impact. Galaxy Impact, Galaxy Imp, dude. And that skill in your we need no I need to see this in anime form, because when Garp was an older Garp in his old age used Galaxy Impact and destroy most of Achinosu, and you just out of nowhere Galaxy Impact with along with Whitebeard, who can easily wipe out an island with just one move, right? No, seriously. Even though this is just a one panel, everybody using their attack at the same. I'm guessing everybody using it at the same time because they're in the same area fighting Emo. But a Galaxy Impact from a young Vice Admiral Garp. No, hey, we need to catch up to that episode. As we need to catch up to that, right? So we see, yeah, Conqueror's Haki flooding all over the place, and Baby Shanks walking into a treasure chest, you know, and then we see Rox speaking to Emo, and then Emo used the Domi Reversi and Rox. Now this makes sense where how now this makes sense how they killed Rox, because obviously Emo lost the fight, and in order to fight his crewmates along with Garp and Roger, he's going to use rocks to kill his remaining relatives along with his wife and Blackbeard, and his remaining crew members along with those guys. So now this makes sense with the Dome reverse. At first, even though he has done it in Elbaf with the Giants, because that his power needs to be explained some more, because I thought, and this wouldn't make any sense, because the way he takes over Gonko's body, right, and then he just happened to take over Saturn's body is still a mystery to me, because I think Saturn along with Gonko has that type of tattoo or that rune on their body so that he can just take them over. But apparently, it seems like he does the same thing with the Giants and Elbaf, right? And he does the same thing with Rock's father and grandmother. So now he does the same thing with Rocks without having the thing on him. All right? My question now is: Has Oda? All right. Does Oda know anything about Stargate SG-1, Stargate Command, that sci-fi series, that my favorite second favorite sci-fi series? Does he know about the Goa'uld, where they don't really need a specific thing to just jump in somebody's body and take them over completely? Because in the Goa'uld's case, they normally go in from the back of the neck, right, and take over the person. But that's a lot. It takes a lot of pain for that. And the good versions of the Goa'uld, they call them Tok'ra, they normally go through the mouth, and they take over the body, not completely. They take over the body completely, heal the body of any wound, and then they have a symbiotic relation, symbiont and human relationship, where they are in control of the body, but at the same time they give the host permission to speak whenever they want, freely as that. But the Goa'uld, in this sense, the moment they take over the body, they claims that the body doesn't live, which isn't true, because there's an episode where it stated that even though the Goa'uld took over the human body, the human is still alive. However, it depends on how long, because the human body cannot last till maybe 90 or so years. But these guys are finding a way to extend the human life with technology, where they can, go into this machine, heal their body from any wound, and it can, cause some mental breakdown. But the Goa'uld have natural healing abilities, so they can have the body for like 1,000 years, and that body never seen ageless or anything like that. So in this case, Emo seems like the Goa'uld type creature. However, in this case, when he took over Rox said he doesn't really feel anything. So is Emo like a ghost like creature where he has the ability to take over any flesh and blood character. I don't know, but this is all that I have to say for now, and yeah.